everyone, it's Abby Andrew back on Renee of Paris for another live stream today. Today's live stream is going to be all about our Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale that's going to be happening this weekend. So I'm really excited to share some of the wig options with you today that are going to be discounted this weekend. And there's going to be so many amazing options. So it's going to be kind of like a warehouse sale with an additional 30% off if you use code Abby30 for my name. So Abby, ABBY30. So yes, welcome to Renee of Paris today for this live stream. I have 6 wig options here that are all placed around me that I'm so excited to share with you. Some are some really popular favorites that are going to be discounted that you might be familiar with, as well as possibly some new ones to you. It's a really great time for Black Friday to pick up some new styles, maybe ones that you've been wanting for a long time but just didn't want to pick up yet, or maybe ones that you maybe are a little bit out of your comfort zone but you want to try something new while they're discounted. It's a really good opportunity for that. I'm someone that when I buy wigs, I almost always only buy them when they're on sale, I just in general, because it can be a little bit of an investment. So it is just so nice to take advantage of the sales. So like sometimes if I know I have a wig purchase coming up, I will purposely think about the sales and be like, okay, well, Black Friday's coming up soon, so I might as well just wait for that. And maybe you can get like 2 wigs for the price you would have gotten one for example, like not necessarily the case, but it's just a nice way to kind of spread out those funds a little bit to cover more and maybe grow your wig collection, especially if you're new to wigs. I remember when I was new to wigs, I would only maybe get one every once in a while and I didn't really have a big collection. And it takes a long time sometimes to build up a bigger collection, and sales are a really good opportunity to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start jumping into these styles. So there's going to be a lot of different discounted styles from a lot of the different collections. So if you're not familiar with all of the Renee of Paris collections, there's the Renee of Paris high fashion line. There's Noriko, which is kind of like more voluminous hair, and also a really great fashion forward line, ready to wear. All of these wigs, of course, are ready to wear out of the box, which is really fantastic. And then, of course, the Amour collection, which is one of my personal favorites. If you're not familiar with me, I have alopecia, which means I'm totally bald. This is one of the Amour collection wigs right now. So these are a wig line specifically designed for people with alopecia. Of course, people who don't have hair loss. If you do have hair of your own, you can still wear these wigs, but they just have a lot of features that are specifically designed for people with hair loss or alopecia in mind. Just things like really natural looking wig caps with that monofilament wig cap. A lot of them have lace front if you like that. And they're just very natural, very comfortable directly on my shaved head, very secure. But of course I feel that way about all of the different wig collections from Renee of Paris, but if you are someone who maybe has more of a sensitive scalp, the Amour collection is a really great place to look. So again, all of the different collections, there will be some styles discounted for all of them. So not necessarily every style that we offer is going to be discounted, but there's just going to be such a wide variety to choose from, and it will be on reneeofparisoutlet.com. You can also navigate to that page if you just go to reneeofparis.com. There should be some links on the screen that will help guide you to that website. But again, it'll be the warehouse sale, which is already discounted wig prices, and then an additional 30% off for Black Friday through Cyber Monday if you use code ABBY30, ABBY30. So let's go ahead and start talking about some of the other wig options that will be discounted this weekend. I do also want to mention that there will be some tools and accessories that are really great to have as part of your wig kind of toolkit that also will be discounted. If you haven't heard about our Renee of Paris hot tool, this is one of my favorite tools that I have every time I travel anywhere, and I travel quite often. I always bring this with me, and I also always travel with like my wig shampoo, conditioner, and the Revive liquid enhancement. So good for traveling with, because any little issues that your wig might pick up from being like packed really tight in a suitcase. If you know me, I pack my suitcase so tight. Sometimes I pack the wigs a little bit too tight and they can kind of flatten them out a bit, but with tools like the Revive liquid enhancement and this hot tool, I almost feel like this can fix almost any problem my wig has. Of course, it's not going to like keep a wig lasting forever, but it can really extend the lifespan of your wig tremendously. And this is a hot tool designed for synthetic wigs. So normally with a non-heat friendly synthetic wig, you couldn't go using any heating tools on it. You couldn't use a flat iron or a curling iron because it can damage the fibers. But the really cool thing about this tool is it is designed for use on regular non-heat friendly synthetic wigs. It keeps the temperature low enough and consistent enough that it can style the hair without damaging it. So this is absolutely an amazing tool that ever since I got this, I always bring it with me every time I go out of town. And it's just so useful for regular styling for the wigs. It's not like I use this daily or anything, But things like after I wash a wig, sometimes maybe it doesn't dry exactly how you want it to. If you just want the bangs to be a little more voluminous, or you just want the hair to be flipped in instead of out, if you want to take a wig that comes straight and make it curly or vice versa, this can do all of that. So it's so useful. This will also be discounted for the Black Friday sale. So I will also be demonstrating this on a wig that I have that's a little bit old, just to show you the power of this tool and how it can really make a wig that's a little bit older and more beaten up kind of just like give it a new life, which is absolutely amazing. So yes, let me go ahead and start jumping into some of the wigs that will be discounted, however. I don't know if I should just do it in a random order or do it by collection. Let's see here. So we have the ones that I have to show today. I have 3 from the Renee of Paris line, 1 from Noriko, and 2 from Amore. So let's just start with the one I'm holding now. We'll start with the Renee of Paris one. And this is a style that is one of my favorites. Again, this is kind of like a pretty popular one among our collections, which is why it's really exciting that it is discounted. So if you're someone that already likes this style, something else that's really fun to do, by the way, or something that's really good for planning ahead, if you know you like a specific wig style, and you know that synthetic wigs do have a lifespan, you can do things to extend this lifespan, but eventually you're probably going to have to replace it if you wear it every single day when it gets too much friction frizz and things like that. So it's also really nice for sale time to kind of pick up an extra of a wig you know you're going to need eventually. Like even if you don't need it right away, it's nice to be able to kind of anticipate it and get it while it's such a large discount. So here's one of my favorite wig styles. This is Kai. The Kai that I've worn so often is Kai in Melted Ocean, which is one of my favorite colors. It's one of the kind of ombre colors, which is a beautiful blue. I wish I brought that out to show you guys because it is such a fun color. But I have that all over my page as well if you want to check out. And abbyandrew.yt is my personal page. I post the Melted Ocean color all the time, and that comes in Kai as well. But this is Kai in Melted, I forget the Melted Marshmallow. My brain just kind of went blank there for a second. There's a lot of different melted colors and styles. I also do have Melted Sunset, another style that I'm going to show you in a moment. But the melted colors are kind of like an ombre effect, where you can see on both of these, they start with a darker root, have a really beautiful kind of middle tone in the middle, and then kind of fade into a really light color, or like a lighter color at the bottom. Just an absolutely gorgeous ombre effect. And so Melted Ocean, the color I was talking about as well, that does the same thing, but with like blues, which is so beautiful. But this is Melted Marshmallow, which is kind of like the platinum blonde with the darker root. So again, this is Kai, K-A-I. This is one of the ones that will be discounted this weekend in certain colors. And so this one has a lace front and lace part, which gives it a super natural looking hairline, and the front as well. And as always, all these wigs have the adjustable straps at the nape of the neck. That's always the first thing I want to do personally when I get a new wig, and I recommend you do this as well. Always check that it is adjusted to your head size, because if they do fit you securely and it's tightened to the right adjustment, they should be able to stay on without any issues. I don't use any adhesive. I don't use a wig cap. I just wear it directly on my shaved head since I have alopecia. I can put this on in 2 seconds and go out the door and know that it's going to be secure and look natural. Like that, it's on, like I'm good. Like I could flip my hair, ready to go. So these wigs are so easy. This is right out of the box. Again, it has that lace front and lace part, which looks very natural, and I didn't need to trim this or anything. So like, you could get the package in the mail, take it out of the box, put it on your head, and like go to work. Like go wherever you were going. Just put it on in 2 seconds and you're ready to go. Styles like this I feel are also so good for me personally. It's all up to personal preference, but for me personally, I love straight short styles for day-to-day wear wigs because they take no effort whatsoever. They rarely ever tangle, especially just because the hair is so short. Like I can just throw this on and be confident that it's going to look good without any styling whatsoever. So again, this is Kai in Melted Marshmallow. And one of my favorite colors and one of my favorite styles, but I've never tried them together before, and I just love this so much. Like this is immediately going to become one of my daily wear wigs right off the bat. But again, you have that really gorgeous, natural looking lace front, lace part. You always want to make sure there's no hairs being trapped underneath the wig cap, because if they're pressed against your head, that'll kind of make it look less realistic. So always very gently kind of pull your finger underneath to make sure none of the hairs are stuck. So again, these will all be discounted for our Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, starting Friday, ending on Monday. And if you use code ABBY30, so that's ABBY30 on the warehouse sale website, which is reneeofparisoutlet.com. It's kind of like an outlet sale. And with the extra 30% discount with code ABBY30, ABBY30, just making sure that's going through. We're also going to be posting about this plenty as well, so if you forget to write it down now, we will of course post about it. But yes, so an additional 30% off. So again, this style and so many other ones. So I'm going to show you 5 others that are going to be discounted, and there's going to be even more in addition to that. So just some really, really fun style and option colors. Michelle said that color really suits you. Thank you so much. I really, really love this color. I haven't worn it in a little while. I used to have this color on Ivana, which I actually have an Ivana here. So sneak peek, I'll just show that one next just so you guys know which one I'm talking about. I used to always wear Ivana in Melted Marshmallow, and I love that color and style combo. This is Ivana in Melted Sunset, which is a gorgeous kind of golden with a darker root and a really beautiful golden blonde and lighter tip. Such beautiful colors. The melted colors are so unique and just such a beautiful kind of like ombre effect. So I used to have Ivana in this color, and I wore that so often, and now I love having that color on this wig and then having a different color on that wig. It's so fun to try a style that you've known and loved and like worn a lot in a new color, because it really just kind of gives it a new life. It's like you have the same hairstyle, but you just got your hair dyed at the salon. Getting to have that experience on like a daily or even weekly or even daily basis with wigs, like you can just have the new haircut feeling every single day with wigs if you want to change it up that often, which I have a lot of fun doing. With Kai, I really love that I can just pull it back like that and have that natural looking lace front there. And so it's a style that's really nice to be able to pull back. With lace front wigs, it's definitely up to personal preference if you like lace front. Some people treat lace front like every wig should have a lace front and only wigs that are high quality have lace fronts and things like that. Lace front for me is completely A, up to personal preference, and B, dependent on the style. So some styles I really like to have a lace front with because I want to be able to pull them back. So I'm glad it has a lace front because I can do those kind of hairstyles and not have to worry about there being a blunt edge. But then other styles don't really need a lace front because they're covered anyway. And lace front can be a little bit more delicate and you have to be a little bit more careful with it, whereas a regular non-lace front you can just kind of be a little bit more or a little less careful with. And it's not like lace front is so delicate that you have to be like obsessively careful with it, but it just takes like, you might have to think about it for like 5 more seconds when putting on your wig, make sure there's no hair tucked under. Whereas wigs without lace front, I could just throw on and like not even think about it at all. So it really depends on how much thought you want to put into your wigs. If you just want bare minimum, no effort, that's also nice too. And it's also just, it's you really don't need it. It's nice to have lace front for styles like this, but with styles that have bangs anyway, the hairline is covered, so it doesn't make a big difference. Looking at the outlet store now, they have even kids wigs there and some of the Angelica wigs in limited edition colors. Oh my gosh, yes, I should definitely mention that as well. If you guys haven't seen the limited edition colors from Renee of Paris, there are some such fun, beautiful, bright colors. There's like kind of seafoam green, really beautiful. It's called Sea Glass is the color that Angelica comes in. And just some other really, really beautiful ones. Oh, that gorgeous red. If you guys follow me on my personal page, I always wear this red color called Red Copper, which I love. That's also one of the limited edition colors. People always ask me where I got that wig style and color. It's one of the Renee of Paris limited edition colors for Angelica, and that one is one of the ones that will be discounted, so definitely go check out the outlet store. So you can even go to the website now, reneeofparis.com, sorry, reneeofparisoutlet.com, which you can also navigate to from reneeofparis.com, but if you just go directly to reneeofparisoutlet.com, you can find them through there. But then you can use the discount code from Friday through Monday, ABBY30, for an additional 30% off of that. So I would recommend waiting till the sale starts, which starts on Friday. But that's a wig style people always ask me about, is that red copper color. It's just such a beautiful color, and Angelica has so many fun limited edition colors. So most of the styles that I'm going to show you today are some of the more natural blondes and brunettes, but if you're someone that wants to try out some of the brighter colors, a lot of those will be discounted as well. So definitely recommend. I'm going to go ahead and switch to this wig here. So again, Ivana is a style that is such a popular one with Renee of Paris, and it will also be discounted for the Black Friday sale. So let's go ahead and switch to that one. Again, this one was Kai in Melted Marshmallow, and now we are switching to Ivana in Melted Sunset. So Ivana, there's actually a couple of different types of Ivana, and the difference is the cap construction. So this is Ivana Mono Top, which has the double monofilament wig cap, which that gives you a nice layer of fabric on the top of your head, so it's just nice and smooth and comfortable if you are someone that's wearing it directly on a shaved head like I do. But then the other great thing about monofilament is it gives you the ability to change the part in any direction, and it looks extremely natural. So I'll show you what that looks like when it's on my head. But then you also have that double monofilament and then that lace front, which gives you that natural looking hairline when you pull the hair back. And then those adjustable straps at the nape of the neck. So let's go ahead and put on Ivana, which is another style that will be discounted on the outlet sale for Black Friday. Okay. Again, I keep wanting to mention the code ABBY30 if you use that for an additional 30% off. I just keep mentioning that in case more people are coming in during this live stream. I want to make sure nobody misses the discount code. But look at this wig. Like, this is so fun and so cute and charming. And I just love, again, I just love these shorter styles to just be able to throw on my head and not even think about. It's just so cute, so flowy. And what I love about synthetic wigs, I am someone that almost always wears synthetic wigs versus human hair. I love human hair wigs as well for other reasons. But the reason I love synthetic wigs for daily wear is the fact that they hold their style. So I love these kind of like beachy waves. They're really pretty. This can definitely be dressed up or dressed down. Put this in a cute updo with these curls and it would just look so charming. But the fact that synthetic wigs hold their style. So let's say you wash this and let it dry naturally. It will dry with these beautiful waves again. So you don't have to worry about styling it and maintaining this. Whereas with human hair, you do have to do a little bit more styling. So I just love synthetic for that reason. You can just have this without any effort. It's kind of nice to be able to have two different wigs of a similar style, like a Slay the Kai that I was wearing before. Instead of having to like curl this wig to have it curly, I could just get a similar length wig that's already curly, and then if I want to have curly hair one day, just switch from the straight one to the curly one without actually having to style it. So yes, here is another one that will be discounted. This is Ivana in Melted Sunset. I really love this style combo in color. Again, I used to wear this style so often in Melted Marshmallow, and it's so fun to see it in Melted Sunset as well, kind of more of a golden blonde. And here's what that monofilament wig cap looks like. This is the lace front, so you can pull it back and have it look like it's growing right out of your scalp. But the monofilament lets you change the part in any direction as well. So if I wanted to do some kind of pulled back style, no matter where I move the hair, it really just looks like your own scalp peeking through. Which, when I discovered the concept of monofilament wigs when I was first getting into wigs, I was mind blown at just how natural that is of an option. Like, just look at that. Like, nobody would ever think that was a wig if you didn't want them to know. There are some people who are perfectly fine with people knowing they wear wigs. Like, for me, if someone knows I'm wearing a wig, I totally don't mind, so... But it's so nice to have these realistic looking features anyway. And then if you're someone that just doesn't ever want someone to know you're wearing a wig, it's just really just gives you that added extra comfort in knowing that nobody's ever going to question this anyway. So if you don't want people to know you're wearing a wig, they don't have to know. So, of course, I love talking about wearing wigs. When someone compliments my hair, I'm almost always immediately like, thanks, it's a wig. Do you want to try it? Like, check it out online. You can get it for yourself. But there are definitely some people. I used to be someone who did not want anyone to know I was wearing a wig because I used to be very, very insecure about wearing wigs and having alopecia. So it is so nice to have these ultra natural looking wig caps, especially in the Amour collection, which give you that added comfort, security, and just kind of peace of mind knowing that it looks so realistic. Nobody's going to question it anyway if you don't want them to know. But yes, that is just get really close up in there. It is just so natural looking. So you can do all sorts of, like, again, pulled back styles because of that lace front. And even if you kind of like pulled the hair back in the middle, like, no matter how I move this hair, it just looks so realistic. And then again, with that really secure fitted wig cap, I can like flip my hair and move it around and it stays nice and secure. It's really fun when you first get a new wig, just kind of experimenting with how it looks when you shake it around and things like that. Just to kind of like, after you first take it out of the box, just shake it out a little, so after it's been sitting in the box for however long, you can just kind of give it some new life by letting the hair flow a bit. But love this one so much. Again, discounted for the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. And use code ABBY30 for an additional 30% off. I need a little sign. I have like a little whiteboard in front of me. I'm gonna like write it on that. Okay, while we're talking about the Amore Collection wigs, which again is a collection designed specifically for people with alopecia in mind, you don't have to have hair loss or alopecia to wear the collection. You can still choose these styles if you just want that super extra cap anyway, or if you just like a certain style in that collection. But it is nice for people who do deal with hair loss that the Amore Collection is a really great starting point if you're new to wigs, because they just have all of the features that are really nice for alopecia or other hair loss issues, such as the monofilament wig cap that I just talked about. Some of them have lace front and some don't, which is really nice for personal preference. So if you want lace front, there's amazing options with it, and there's amazing options without it as well, so you have options. So let's go ahead and show another Amore wig. This one is Hayden in the color Honey Brown R, which I think this is actually my first time trying this color as well. I have a Hayden. Again, it's another really popular style with Renee of Paris, which is really great that it's going to be discounted for Black Friday. But Hayden, I have Hayden in Rose Gold, which is a beautiful kind of gold color. And here is Hayden in Honey Brown R. So beautiful. So here is that cap construction. You have that double monofilament cap, which again makes it look really realistic, like it's growing right out of your own scalp. Once I put that on, you'll be able to see that. And it lets you change the part in any direction. So things like lace front, lace part are really nice for that realistic looking hairline, but you can't really change the part as easily. And then, so that's also good. So there's a lot of people who just don't want to change their parts. Like I feel like when people like their part on either the left or the right or the middle, and they're not going to be changing it anyway. But then monofilament's nice for if you do want to have that flexibility to change it in any direction. And then again, that open wefting on the back and the adjustable straps. Very essential. Let's go ahead and put Hayden on. I love this color too, Honey Brown R. So cute for the fall. Let's see. Look how cute this is. I love the layers on this wig. I love the kind of curtain bangs we have going on here. And then again, that really natural looking monofilament wig cap lets you change the part in any direction and still have it look like your scalp is peeking through. Which even if you don't really care about changing the part, it's just nice that even if the wind blows your hair, it's still gonna look really natural. Wow, that's so cute on you. Thank you so much. I really love this one. I'm someone that definitely goes all over the spectrum with colors and styles. But I've never tried this specific color. A lot of times I notice that when I get blondes, I get platinum blondes, and when I get brunettes, I get dark brunettes. I don't often do this kind of middle zone, and I love it. Like, I really want to wear colors like this more often. It is just so cute. That's why, again, with the Black Friday sale, it's such a good opportunity to pick up wigs you might not have gotten otherwise because they're discounted. So it's a really great opportunity to try some new styles. Yes, and you can see which wigs are available on there if you go to reneeofparisoutlet.com for the sale, but then starting on Friday, if you use code ABBY30, you get that additional 30% off. So I would say wait till the Black Friday sale starts from Friday to Monday with the extra code, but you can go on there and start browsing the options, which is nice to kind of like plan ahead how you're going to be spending your Black Friday as well. But look how cute this is. It's just such a lovely style. This is an example of a style that doesn't necessarily need a lace front because it has the hairline covered anyway by the bangs, and then you don't have to think about the lace front. I think for some people who have a more sensitive scalp as well, the lace front can be a little bit more uncomfortable, and I want to emphasize that I personally don't find the lace front uncomfortable, and I think most people would be fine with that. But if you have a very, very sensitive scalp, then I think it is good to kind of get styles like this where you don't even have to worry about that. And the hairline still looks natural because it's covered anyway by this side bang. And then with that monofilament wig cap, you still get the incredibly natural looking hairline on top. And again, there are kids wigs for sale on there as well. So if you know, I have had alopecia since age 2. So when I was younger, before I knew a lot about wigs, my parents really didn't know what to get me. So they were getting me whatever wigs they could find when I was a little kid. Like after I expressed interest in wigs, they were just trying to find whatever they could, and they were getting me adult size wigs when I was a really little kid, and it didn't quite look right. It took us a couple years to kind of research wigs and figure out what we liked, which is when of course I discovered the Amore collection and have been wearing it pretty much ever since, like for over 10 over 15 years now, probably. I've been wearing Amore wigs on a pretty much daily basis. But I used to wear adult size wigs when I was a little kid, and my parents didn't know that kids wigs existed. So the fact that there are kids wigs for sale for the outlet sale is a great opportunity for anyone who does have maybe kids who are dealing with hair loss or alopecia and they've expressed interest in trying out wigs. It's a really good opportunity to pick something up there at a discount. And so there's like some really cute colors for the kids as well. So definitely some good options on there. Okay, shall we move on to the next wig style? I'm gonna go ahead and show you a short style now because this is a super cute style and it's a super cute color as well. So let's switch over to, I think this is Rae, R-A-E, and this is the color that I've been wanting to try for so long. Again, Black Friday sale is a really good opportunity to pick up those colors you've been wanting to try for so long and just haven't gotten the chance. Pastel Rainbow R. Even just the color name is exciting. So it's kind of hard to see on an iPhone camera, but from a distance it kind of looks like a platinum blonde with a really gorgeous kind of medium brown root. But if you look closely at the hair, especially when it's in sunlight, you have these beautiful kind of, again, like the name implies, pastel rainbow colors kind of mixed in there, and it is just so incredibly beautiful and so incredibly unique. Hello, Wigs.com, how are you guys doing? Thanks for jumping into the live stream. So again, check out this beautiful color, Pastel Rainbow R. So, so beautiful. You can kind of see in this lighting just how dynamic that is. It's a really fun color for people who maybe usually wear blondes and want to try experimenting with some of the more fun bright colors, but just don't want to go all the way to something bright blue, for example, like Melted Ocean, which personally I love. I love having the blue hair and the purple hair and all that stuff. But if you just want to try a little subtle hint of color, but you just want it to be nice and subtle, Pastel Rainbow is such a perfect option for that. And Pastel Rainbow also comes in a lot of different styles as well. So love the nails. Thank you. Got little alien nails going on here. So again, this is Rae with that lace front and lace part. So super natural once you see it on my head. Always with the adjustable straps. Always have to mention that because those are so essential for a good quality wig cap. It's really nice to be able to make those adjustments, fit most head sizes. Some people will ask us about our petite wigs sometimes, and we don't specifically sell petite wigs, or we might have a couple, but we don't have many, just because the wig cap is so adjustable that it usually fits petite size heads and then also larger as well. So it just has such an amazing range. So again, that pastel rainbow color, so beautiful. You can kind of see some like pink tones in there and maybe like a subtle like blue, subtle green. It is just so beautiful. And again, subtle. So if you want to try some fun colors, but you don't want to commit to having like a bright purple or a bright blue, this is a really great option to try. And again, being able to try it on a discount with our Black Friday sale using code ABBY30 for an additional 30% off starting Friday through Monday. Okay, look how cute that is. And again, I feel like this is such a fun style to have that pastel rainbow color because it's just like, I just feel like a little elf or like a little fairy that is just so lovely. And then again, if you don't want to have like a super bright, vibrant color that everyone's going to be like staring at you all the time, it's subtle. So it's like from a distance, it's like, oh, a nice little blonde hair. And then you look closer and it's just like so beautiful and dynamic. I just love how many different wig color options there are available through Renee of Paris. So there's really something for everyone, from platinum blondes to dark brunettes to stuff in the middle to stuff like this where it's just like a little hint of a rainbow. There's also so many color options that will come regular, non-rooted, or they'll come rooted, which is really fun too. Kind of like I'm trying to think of an example, but there's a lot of colors that will come non-rooted or rooted, so you have the option. Because there's just so many preferences. Like if you walked into a hair salon and you asked for a specific style and they were like, oh, we don't have that, but we have something slightly similar. Like you want to have that flexibility to choose every little part. Like you want a blonde with highlights, a blonde without highlights, the ombre, the rooted, the streaks. Like there's color options that cover all of that. So you can really find exactly what you're looking for, if that makes sense. Okay, so gorgeous. Again, that lace front, lace part. If I pull that back, you see that really natural looking hairline on the front. And if I move through the lace part as well, you can really just see how natural that looks there as well. So it's very realistic. And again, I just really love that pastel rainbow color where you can just get a little hint of those bright fun colors mixed in there. So lovely. I also really love a color like this when it has a light root like this, because it really just does look like your own hair growing out of your head because of that lace front and lace part. Kind of maybe bleached like this platinum blonde with these really subtle kind of rainbow colors mixed in there. And the fact that the root is growing out, it really just looks like your own hair dyed this color growing out a little bit. So it just looks very, very natural, but also just like a little bit of a fun pop of color in there. Just to kind of experiment with some fun bright colors. Just such a cute, charming color. Again, all of these shorter styles are my favorites for just being able to throw on my head and go out the door and just take no styling effort whatsoever. Very lightweight, very comfortable, just super cute in general. And again, because it's synthetic, these curls will hold even after you wash it. They will dry back with these curls in the hair. So it's just really nice for minimum effort, minimum maintenance, and not having to upkeep with the styling. However, I will mention that with the Rene of Paris Hot Tool, again, all the wigs that I've been showing so far are standard synthetic wigs, not heat friendly. But the Rene of Paris Hot Tool, which is designed specifically for synthetic wigs, you can actually use this on any of these wigs if you wanted to. So let's say you liked this style and you wanted to try it out straightened, you can go ahead and do that. However, with Ray, I love the way it looks curled. It is really, like, I usually just like love the wig exactly how it comes. So personally, I like to use the Hot Tool more for maintenance. Like if I start to get some friction frizz, I find it really nice to be able to smooth that out a little bit with the Hot Tool. But you do have the flexibility. If you wanted to, you could just go in and straighten this out if you wanted to. You can even go back in and add waves or curls to a straight wig as well. So it just gives you ultimate customization, customizability. Is that a word? Customize words. Okay. You can just use this to kind of customize any wig to your liking. So you can straighten curly wigs, curl straight wigs, etc., etc. So normally, like, I'm not going to go ahead and straighten this right now because I love the way it looks curly and wavy like that. And a lot of times the styles, like these wigs are all designed by like amazing hairstylists, hair professionals, wig professionals, that like the way it comes styled is how they designed it. So I trust their judgment, but it is nice to have that customizability with that Hot Tool. And then same with like Ivana, if you wanted to straighten that out, you could, etc., etc. So let's go ahead and show the next wig. This is another one of my favorites. It's in a color I already showed, but in a different style. So this is also Melted Marshmallow, and this is Cheyenne from the Rene of Paris collection as well. This is a wig style that I also wore so much in a dark brunette color. I think I used to wear it all the time in dark chocolate. And so it's, again, one of my favorites, which is really fun with these wigs as well. There's some really popular wigs within the Rene of Paris collection, and they are discounted with the outlet sale on reneofparisoutlet.com. Abby30 for an additional 30% off with Rene of Paris code for Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. So it's just nice that if you like any of these styles already, a lot of them already are Rene of Paris like popular ones that we sell regularly. So it's just an opportunity to pick up some styles that you already know and love for a discount if you want to. There's just a nice option there. Okay, so here we have Cheyenne. This is lace front, lace part. Adjustable straps at the nape of the neck, of course. Now what's fun about this one, I just showed Kai earlier in the same color in Melted Marshmallow. It's really fun to kind of show similar looking wigs side by side and point out the slight differences, just to show that you can find exactly what you're looking for. So if you're someone that likes parting your hair in the middle, you have options for that. If you like parting your hair on the side, you have options for that. If you like a wig length, but you're like, I really like that, but I want it to be slightly longer, like this, for example. So with Kai, more of like a chin length bob, but if you look at this and you're like, I want it to be slightly longer, let's try Cheyenne. And then you can get the same color option. Something else that's fun to point out about this too is I'm someone who's been wearing wigs daily since about age 7 because I have alopecia. And I used to be very insecure about wearing wigs. I didn't want anyone to know that I was wearing wigs. So, especially when I was in high school era, where of course everyone is a little bit scarier in high school. You have to deal with like the social pressures and stuff. So I wanted to keep it a total secret when I was younger that I wore wigs. I didn't want people to know. So I would always stick with the same wig style, same color, and just never ever change it so nobody ever asked me questions. The only time I ever changed wig style or color was when it was over summer vacation. When I was coming back to school in September, I would change the most subtle little things so people would just thought my hair changed over the summer. So here's a perfect example of something I would do, right? So let's say, for example, I was wearing Cheyenne in Melted Marshmallow for the whole school year, and then come time for summer break and then we're coming back from summer break 3 months later or so, something I would do is I would get a similar wig in the same color so people just thought I got a haircut. Or maybe vice versa. I wear the same color in a longer, slightly longer wig so people just assume my hair grew. So little things like that are honestly really nice for people who don't want their wig wearing to be a known thing among people in your life, and that's perfectly fine. If you don't want people to know, they don't have to know. So that's just an example of something I would do. So it is kind of fun to try, like let's say you know a wig color that you love. It's kind of fun to try out getting that same color in a different wig style just to experiment with the slight differences. So also, for example, Kai, the one that I showed before, has a lace front lace part with the part on my left side, on like my left. And then Cheyenne has a lace front lace part with that part in the middle. So again, very natural looking, and it's a pretty wide part there. So you have a little bit of flexibility to move it back and forth. And if you pull it back, it looks very natural. But then, so if you like middle parts, it's a good option. And then if you like side parts, maybe Kai is a better option. So it's just fun to see all the different varieties of options that are available. So again, Cheyenne is a wig that I used to wear so much. Probably in like 2021, I wore it all the time in dark chocolate. So again, one of my favorites. So it is fun to see that it is discounted in some color options on the outlet sale, reneeofparisoutlet.com. Here's what this looks like all the way around. And again, I just love these kind of pin straight styles. I was having some fun playing around with my hot tool on this wig, so I will just show you again, because what I really like about pin straight styles like this is after you wash them, if they happen to dry with like a bend in the hair or something like this, the hot tool is really, really good for maintenance. So I just push the button now and it heats up pretty quickly to the temperature that you can use safely on your synthetic wigs. So I'll just give it a couple more seconds while I am combing this through with my fingers. Okay, we're there. So we're at 240 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason this is able to be used on synthetic wigs that aren't heat friendly is because it keeps a low enough temperature, and the other key detail is that it keeps it a steady temperature. A lot of heating tools that you can get elsewhere, even if they can stay at a low temperature, you can't always be guaranteed that they actually are the temperature that the reading says. So the whole point about this is it really keeps it a nice steady temperature, so it's not going to suddenly spike and damage your wig. So just to show, especially with these pin straight wigs, it just takes no effort. It's almost just like a hot comb. Very, very easy. Just kind of pull through the hair. Because Cheyenne is a style that is styled to be like pin straight, which I love. Like that. So just get that really beautiful kind of flat iron look. So then also, if you wanted it to be kind of curled in a little bit, you could also do that on purpose. Just kind of give it a very subtle, slight angle inwards. Like some of my favorite wig styles, like Tatum, for example. Tatum from Amore, I wore daily for like probably 4 years straight, and I still wear it on a pretty regular basis. Sometimes when I get that wig, it is flipped kind of in at the bottom, and sometimes I like the way it's flipped in, and sometimes I want that to be a little bit straighter, or maybe if you want it to be flipped out or things like that. It's just really nice for those very subtle customizing options. Things that in the past I would not have known how to change that when I was newer to wigs, and it would have just taken more effort and fear that I was going to damage the wig in some way by trying to change that. Just look how much I just smoothed that out right now. It's just so pretty. Oh my gosh, I just love the way this wig flows. It is just so beautiful. But yes, so we're with wigs like that. Like sometimes you get a wig in the mail and maybe it's exactly how you like it, but you want it to be more flipped out at the bottom, or you want it to be more flipped in. Just little things like that are so easy to quickly add with the hot tool. Or if you just want the hair to be naturally flowing back a bit more. Just very subtle things. I've had some wigs that I wore for months straight, like wearing it all the time, that were curly, and then once the wig got a bit older, I just completely straightened that wig out just to kind of smooth out some of that friction frizz, and it just kind of gave the wig a whole new life. So there's a video back on our Renee of Paris channel where I did that with the wig Ren from Renee of Paris, where I just took that wavy wig and made it completely straight, and it was just so pretty like that. So it just gives you so many styling options, and a great way to kind of extend the life of an old wig, great way to upkeep the lifespan of a wig you're currently wearing daily. Just so useful. So again, this was Cheyenne. I feel like of all these wigs that I showed so far, this is one of the ones that I feel like I'm going to start wearing daily right away. But again, all of these are discounted with the Renee of Paris outlet sale, reneeofparisoutlet.com. Code Abby30. Sorry, I'm like saying it so many times. I just want to make sure if anyone joins the chat and hasn't heard it, if you use code Abby30 on reneeofparisoutlet.com for the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale, you get an additional 30% off. So all of the wigs that I've showed in this video are going to be discounted in a variety of colors. There's also so many other options as well. There's going to be kids wigs for sale, and there's going to be the limited edition colors. And I just want to emphasize that the limited edition colors are so fun and so vibrant, and they're some of my favorite wigs, and because they're limited edition, I'm gonna be so sad when they're gone. Like, I just want to get a bunch of them now so that when a wig that I have that does kind of extend past its lifespan and it comes time to replace it, I just want to make sure it's still available for when I want that wig. Like, I have wigs that I just want to have in my collection forever. So yes, highly recommend checking out. Like, Angelica has so many fun limited edition colors. I probably have like 7 Angelicas because of the limited edition colors. Okay, so here is another wig style that's going to be discounted. This one is Alexi, I believe. I'm gonna double check the color. And this is the color, the style. The color is Platinum Pearl, and the style, I believe, is Alexi. Is this the tag? Yes, we have Alexi in Platinum Pearl. Lovely. This is an example of a machine-tied cap. Many, but not all, of the wigs in the Noriko collection have machine-tied caps because that gives you the nice added volume if you like a little bit more of that voluminous hair. If you kind of like just kind of looking like your hair is like really done up a bit more. Spelled Abby, A-B-B-Y, correct. So Abby, A-B-B-Y 30. The sale will start on Friday. So you can go and browse some of the options that are on sale on the warehouse website, reneeofparisoutlet.com now, so you can see some options that are available if you want to start planning ahead. But then if you wait till Friday, and then Friday through Cyber Monday, if you use code Abby, A-B-B-Y 30 for an additional 30% off anything on our outlet store website. So definitely go use that code. I'm so excited to share it with you. Because like I was saying at the beginning, I'm someone, if I'm buying wigs, I'm usually waiting till there's a sale. So I just know there's a couple times a year where there's sales. Like there's like the Memorial Day sales. There's the all those. And then of course the big Black Friday sales. So great time to kind of buy some wig options you've been wanting to try, or just stock up on some wigs that, if there's any wigs, like if any of these wigs are already your daily go-to wear wig, I definitely recommend picking one up for when you're inevitably going to need to replace it anyway, just because synthetic wigs do have a lifespan. There are so many things you can do to extend the lifespan of your wig, but eventually you're probably going to want to replace it with a new, fresh version, so it's nice and flowy and all that good stuff. Like this Alexi in Platinum Pearl from the Noriko line, which will be discounted. Once it comes time to replace that, it's just nice to buy it now while it's discounted and then just have it for later. And then again, like I was just saying, there's things that you can do to extend the lifespan of your wig. The Renee of Paris Hot Tool, which is designed for synthetic wigs, is such a fabulous way to extend the lifespan of your wig. So I just want to show a wig that I have here that is not in great shape, but I just want to show you what this hot tool can do to this wig, right? So this is a Stevie from the Amour collection that I have worn so much. I feel like I probably wore it and then just like didn't let it, or washed it and didn't let it dry properly. And this wig is supposed to be like a pin straight, right? But maybe I let it dry sitting on the counter instead of hanging it up properly, and it dried with some bends in it. So I'm just going to show you how much this wig can be revived with the hot tool and just a comb, right? So Stevie from the Amour collection is one of my all-time favorites. It's honestly, it's not bad. It definitely needs a combing. It's seen better days for sure, but this is a wig that I have worn so much. One of my all-time favorites. I'm just going to use my Renee of Paris wide tooth comb here, which is fabulous for detangling. And it's also fabulous for styling curly wigs. You can really detangle curly wigs with the wide tooth comb like this and still maintain the curls without brushing them out too much. So highly recommend getting the Renee of Paris wide tooth comb. But just already just combing it out helps tremendously. This wig does have that monofilament wig cap, so just to show. I don't believe this is one of the ones that's going to be discounted, by the way. I just want to mention that. The ones that I showed before, the 6 that I had that were new in the boxes. Those are the ones that definitely will be discounted. I am not sure about Stevie though, so definitely check the website. But the cap construction on Stevie is that double monofilament wig cap from the Amore collection. The reason I'm showing this wig style right now is because I just wanted to show what the Hot Tool can do just to revive this wig, because it's one that I've worn for a very long time, and there's things that you can do with the Hot Tool that really modify it and just kind of make it look like new again. The brunette wig with the bangs that I was wearing about 45 minutes ago. Okay, so I'm guessing you mean this one, maybe? This is the one that I started the video with. This one is another one that I'm not sure is discounted. The ones that are going to be discounted for sure of the ones that I showed are Kai in Melted Ocean. We have Ivana in Melted Sunset. Some of these. We have Hayden in Honey Brown R. If this is the one you're talking about, that's possible. This is kind of like a medium brown. This is Honey Brown R in Hayden. Cheyenne in Melted Marshmallow. We have Ray in Pastel Rainbow. So beautiful. If anyone wants to see any of these wigs on again, just let me know. And then we also have Alexi in Platinum Pearl. Gorgeous platinum blonde color. Now, yeah, Ivana is such a great wig. I love it so much. So the reason I'm showing these two wigs, this is the one that is my current daily go-to wear wig. This one is Arden in Dark Chocolate, the one I started the video with. Yes, I'll show that really quick. Now, I'm not sure if this one is discounted. I don't believe this one is. I was wearing it in the beginning because it is my current daily go-to wear wig, but I definitely love this wig. It is just so beautiful. It's actually funny that I'm showing my very old Stevie now next to this wig, because this is pretty much like a medium length version of Stevie. So that's a really good thing to point out. This is Arden in Dark Chocolate. Absolutely gorgeous. This one has a double monofilament wig cap and a lace front. So I love this wig. That's my daily go-to wear wig, which is why I started the video with that one. I don't know if that one will be discounted for the Black Friday sale, but you can also go check because there's a lot of wigs that will be discounted. But yes, and this is an old Stevie. The reason I'm showing this one is because I just wanted to show you how much the Hot Tool can help with an older style like this. This is one that I accidentally let dry with some bends in it. It's supposed to be a straight wig, but the Hot Tool can just revive it so nicely. When you want to use the Hot Tool, you want to make sure it's nice and combed out first, because that just helps the comb go through it smoothly. Let's just go ahead and just jump into that big bend in the hair there. Okay. There we go. You already see how much smoother that is. And this wig doesn't have much friction frizz. Maybe like a teensy bit. It is quite an old wig now. It's too long. I have to kind of stand up a little so you guys can see the bottom. So I don't know the exact prices of these things off the top of my head for the outlet sale, but if you go to reneeofparisoutlet.com, this one is one of the things that will be discounted starting on Black Friday. So it's already on the outlet store, reneeofparisoutlet.com. And then if you wait till Friday through Monday, the Black Friday sale, if you use code ABBY30, ABBY30, for an additional 30% off of that. So I'm not sure the price off the top of my head, I apologize for that, but if you go to the website, it should be all there with all the information, plus an additional 30% off with code ABBY30. So just look how silky and smooth that looks already. It almost looks good as new in my opinion. I just think it looks so nice. And again, this wig wasn't in such bad shape. You could just see, first of all, as a side note, the difference that a nice comb through could help with the wig. Like, this wig was not looking too great when I first pulled it out of the bag, but just a nice little combing already, it looks way better. But of course, you can kind of just help if a wig has been kind of sitting in your storage for a while. This is also a nice thing to be able to use for that, just to make sure it's not flattened or anything like that. So yes, it also takes a very quick amount of time. Like, I could really do this in like 2 minutes and be done if you want to just like very quickly fix up a wig before running out the door. I always mention things like that, like things that are nice and quick to be able to do with wigs, because as someone who is a daily wig wearer, I don't like to spend a lot of time gluing down my wigs. I don't like to spend a lot of time styling my wigs. Some people do like doing these things because it can be really fun to style hair. But like I love glueless wigs. Like none of these wigs that I've showed in this video require adhesive, especially even the lace front wigs. Like common misconception is that all lace front wigs need glue. None of these require glue. You saw how quickly I can switch wigs. Like let me just grab Ivana, just throw this on, take this off. Make sure none of the hair is tucked into the cap. And it's on and it's ready to go. If you're someone that has a pretty busy life like I do, if you want to just be running out the door to get to your next destination, get to your work or whatever it is you're doing with your day, personally, I like to be able to just throw a wig on and go. I don't want to be spending time gluing it down. I'm like, oh no, I guess I can't go to this event. I didn't leave myself enough time to glue my wig, etc., etc. I just love to be able to very quickly throw a wig on and go. So yes, all of these wigs don't require adhesive. But then also to mention with the hot tool is also a really quick, easy fix as well. Very easy to quickly just straighten out a little bend in the hair if you want to just change the way it's styled. But yes, all of these things are really fantastic to just do it nice and quick and not have to spend too much time and energy on your wigs if you don't want to. So yes, anyway, that brings me to the end of this live stream. Those are all the wigs that I'm going to show in this video. I'll give you a really quick recap of the wigs that are discounted for the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale with code ABBY30 for an additional 30% off. So we have Ivana and Melted Sunset. Love, love, love. Many of these wigs probably will also be discounted in multiple colors. But to see all of the information, just go to reneeofparisoutlet.com to see everything that's discounted, because there will be other wigs besides these, and these wigs might also come in some other colors for the discount as well. And again, this is just the outlet sale, so you won't see every single wig style and color that we offer on that website. Usually, if you want to see all of our wigs total and where those are available, you can go to our store locator. ReneeOfParis.com has a store locator of many online retailers and in-person stores that sell all of our wigs and all of the colors, but the outlet sale is select styles and colors that will be discounted. So it's a really nice opportunity to just browse through there and see if there's any wigs that are new to you that you just want to try out at a discount and things like that. Just an opportunity to get a fun new wig or new color that's just new to your collection for a discount. Again, we have Hayden in Honey Brown R from the Amore collection. Gorgeous monofilament wig cap where you could change the part. So many of these are longtime favorites of mine too though, so it's like only select styles and colors will be discounted on the outlet sale, but many of these are some of my favorite wigs anyway. So like Cheyenne is a wig that I totally wanted to have another in my collection because I hadn't replaced the old one that I had yet. Sorry. So the big thing with lace front is you want to make sure none of the hair is tucked under because you don't want it to be like visible under the lace front there, like I just did. I also don't have a mirror in front of me, so I'm just doing this without looking. I'm just using the phone camera. Before I was like, look how quickly I can put a wig on, but you just want to make sure none of the hair is tucked under. There we go. There we go. Gorgeous Cheyenne wig and Melted Marshmallow. Love this one. So again, Cheyenne was one of my favorites forever. Kai has been one of my longtime favorites. Ivana's one of my longtime favorites. And these are all wigs that are going to be discounted. So there are some really amazing styles up there. I don't want to take this one off. This, I think, is one of my new favorites. This is so pretty. It's so fun to try a wig that you love in a new color because it just makes it like a whole new wig. Then we have Ray in Pastel Rainbow. So cute. So cute. It's hard for me not to, as soon as I put a different wig on, I'm like, oh, this one's my favorite. Oh, wait, no, this one's my favorite. And that's why I love switching it up, because I can't choose. I'm too indecisive to stick with one style and color. If I had hair that grew out of my head, which I have never had for my whole life, I would definitely be one of those people that was like dyeing my hair on like a weekly basis. Or we have Alexi in Platinum Pearl, which will be discounted. Super cute little bob. Bangs, and it does have a lace front, by the way. This is a machine tied cap with a lace front, so really gorgeous. I think I showed what that looked like on the inside. Again, machine tied caps are nice for added volume and really nice durable wig caps. Like this is just a very durable material. And lace front with adjustable straps. And then the last one that I have to show in this video is Kai in Melted Marshmallow as well. So many of my favorite styles and colors are discounted, so definitely go over to reneeofparisoutlet.com for the full sale. Code ABBY30 for an additional 30% off starting Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So again, the sale starts on Friday, but you can go and browse the wigs that are on the outlet store, reneeofparisoutlet.com. You can go browse those now, but just know that the sale, the code ABBY30, starts on Friday. So you can choose the wigs you want to get for Black Friday sale, but then just wait till Friday through Monday to check out with that code ABBY30. I keep saying it because I don't want people to miss it. But yes, so pick out your wigs now. Go on the website reneeofparisoutlet.com to see all of the options for our warehouse sale. Again, this is a warehouse sale. So normally we work with businesses where other wig retailers will sell our wigs, and you can find store locators on our website reneeofparis.com. Find store locators that do sell all of our wig styles and colors. So the outlet sale is just select styles and colors that are discounted as part of the outlet sale. So again, you're not going to find every single style and color on there, but there's such a wide variety. Again, so many of these wigs that I just showed you that are discounted are some of my longtime favorites. So I'm hoping for you as well, that's also true. So maybe some of these are wigs that you've already had your eye on, and you can go ahead and pick them up for a nice discount for the outlet sale. reneeofparisoutlet.com. I'm going to say it again, code ABBY30, ABBY30 for the additional 30% off starting Friday for Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Thank you everyone so much for hanging out with me with this live stream. It's been so much fun to show you some of these beautiful wigs that are some of my longtime favorites that will be discounted for the sale. Thanks so much for hanging out today, and don't forget to check out the Black Friday sale starting on Friday through Cyber Monday. Thanks so much for watching everyone, and we'll see you next time. Happy Thanksgiving.